Hello everyone, this is Jennifer. So we'll start out with the labor cost control problems, the continuation of it. So our first question here is, a company's basic wage rate is rupees 6 per hour. So if an employee is working, he will get rupees 6 per hour. And its overtime rates are, so when he's working beyond his actual working hours, and how is the company paying the employee? So if it is evening time and 1/3, so if it is evening time, 1/3 of the actual wage rate, and if it's weekends, double the time. Okay, so during the previous year the following hours were worked. So the normal time is 2,20,000 clock hours. Evening time, which is the 1/3 payment that is given, is 20,000 clock hours has been worked, and double time, meaning to tell if they are working on weekends, which they get a double pay, so that time they have been working for 10,000 hours. This is your previous year, how the employees have worked. So the following time have been worked on 3 jobs. So they are telling there is job 1, job 2 and job 3. So the normal time is, and the evening overtime and the weekend overtime they have given for job 1, job 2 and job 3 respectively. Now what are they telling us to calculate? You are required to calculate the labor cost chargeable to each job in the following circumstances. So basically they are giving us 2 circumstances to calculate. What is the first circumstance? When overtime is worked regularly throughout the year as the policy of the company due to labor shortage. So when overtime is worked regularly throughout the year, so we do not consider that as normal time, evening overtime, weekend overtime. So the total hours will be taken as complete hours taken by the employee. So for job 1 it will be 3,000 plus 300 plus 100, which is 3,400. So for each case you will take the total number of the clock hours worked. So that is your first instance. So our second instance, what are they telling? When overtime is worked specifically at the request of the customers. So when overtime is worked specifically at the request of the customers, we will take the job 1, job 2 and job 3 normal time, evening overtime and weekend overtime respectively, that respective hours. So let us start with our solution part. So what is our basic rate that they have given in the question? Rupees 6 per hour. So what is the evening overtime they are telling? Rupees 6 plus 1/3. So rupees 6 plus 1/3 of rupees 6 is rupees 2. So rupees 6 plus rupees 2 is equal to rupees 8 per hour. And weekend overtime is rupees 12. How do we get this? Is because they are telling in the question itself. Because they are telling in the question itself, the evening time is 1/3 of the basic wage rate and the weekends is double the time. So basic wage rate is 6 rupees. Evening is 1/3 plus basic wage rate. So 6 plus 1/3. Weekend is 6 into 2, the double the time. So it is 6 into 2 is 12 per hour. So wages of the previous year. So now let us calculate the wages of the previous year. So normal time, evening overtime and weekend overtime. So they have given in the question how many hours they have worked. 2,20,000 hours, 20,000 hours and 10,000 hours. So 2,20,000 hours is your normal time, for which you are getting paid at 6 rupees. So 2,20,000 at 6 rupees, which is your normal wage rate. So you get an amount of 13,20,000. Evening overtime. So what is your evening when you are working beyond your limited working hours? How much do you get paid? 8 rupees. So 20,000 hours they have given in the question. So 20,000 at rupees 8 per hour. So what is your total amount? 1,60,000. The weekend overtime, how much are they getting paid for the weekend overtime? 12 rupees. And how many hours they are working? According to the question, it is 10 hours, 10,000 hours. So 10,000 into 12 rupees per hour, you get 1,20,000. So when you total up the wages of the previous year of the employee, you get 13,20,000 plus 1,60,000 plus 1,20,000, which you get 16 lakhs. Now let us calculate what is your average rate per hour in the previous year. So what is your total wages paid to the employee? 16 lakhs. So 16 lakhs divided by how many hours have they worked? 2,20,000 plus 20,000 plus 10,000, which is 2,50,000. So therefore the average rate per hour is rupees 6.40. So now this is your calculation for the previous year. So now let us look into the instances how to calculate. They have given us two situations, right, to calculate when overtime is worked throughout the year and when overtime is worked at the specific request of the customer. So when overtime is worked throughout the year. So your job 1, job 2 and job 3. If you look into the question, so your job 1, job 2 and job 3, they have given the total hours, right? They have given normal time, evening overtime and weekend overtime. So you total up your total working hours. So irrespective of normal hours, evening overtime and weekend overtime, you just total it. So for job 1, it is 3,000 plus 300 plus 100. How much do you get? 3,400 at 6.40. How do you get this? The average rate which we calculated in our previous step. So 3,400 into 6.40, you get 21,760. Job 2 is total up your job 2 working hours. So you are not going as per the time, but you're totaling up the clock hours. So 5,000 plus 600 plus 50, which you get 5,650 hours at 6.40. The average rate will remain the same. So you get 36,160. And job 3 is 4,000 plus 1,050 plus 300. So you get 5,350 hours at rupees 6.40. So the total is 34,240. So this is when overtime is worked throughout the year. So now our second instance, which is when overtime is worked specifically at the request of the customers. So in this case we will go job by job. Okay, so job 1, how many hours we have for the normal time? 3,000 hours. So 3,000 hours at 6 rupees per hour. How did you get the 6 rupees per hour? Is beginning of the question which we calculated. The basic rate is 6 rupees and the evening overtime they get 6 rupees plus 1/3 of it, and when they are working on weekends they get double the time, which is 6 into 2, 12 rupees. So we will calculate accordingly. Okay, so 6 rupees is your basic normal time wage rate, 8 rupees is when they are working in evening, and 12 rupees is when they are working beyond the weekdays, that is on weekends. So we will go job by job. So job 1, normal time is 3,000 hours. So 3,000 at rupees 6 per hour. So 18,000. And evening overtime, how many hours they are working? 300. So 300 hours at rupees 8 per hour, which they get 2,400. And weekend they are working for 100 hours. So 100 hours at rupees 12, which is a double pay. So you get 1,200. So the total of the earnings is 21,600 for job 1. Now let's look into job 2 and job 3 in the same way. So job 2, how many hours they are working for normal time? 5,000 hours. Same way itself we are calculating at 6 rupees per hour, 30,000. 600 hours they are working for evening. So 600 at rupees 8 per hour, 4,800. And weekend they are working for 50 hours. So 50 hours at rupees 12 per hour, 600 rupees. So the total of the wages is 35,400. Now job 3 is normal time. They are working for 4,000 hours at rupees 6 per hour, 24,000, 1,050 hours at rupees 8 per hour, 8,400. And weekend they are working 300 hours at rupees 12 per hour, at is rupees 3,600. When you total up, you get rupees 36,000. So now let us move on to our next question. So on the basis of the following information, calculate the earnings of worker X and worker Y on, they have given two instances, which is straight piece basis and Taylor's differential piece rate system. Okay, so what is your standard production? They have given 8 units the employees are able to produce per hour. Okay, normal time rate, what is your earnings for normal time, which is rupees 4 per hour. Differentials to be applied. This differentials to be applied will be applied only for your Taylor's differential piece rate system. For your straight piece basis, you directly calculate directly. I will tell you how it is. So for your differentials to be applied, it will be used for Taylor's differential piece rate system. So 80% of piece rate below standard and 120% of piece rate at or above standard. Okay, so in a 9-hour day, X produced 54 units and Y produced 75 units. So now let us look into the solution. So a solution, the standard output, how much have they given? 8 units per hour, which is given in your question. Standard production is 8 units per hour. What is your time rate? They are telling rupees 4 per hour, which is also given in your question. So what is your piece rate? Rupees 4 divided by the number of units, which is 8 units per hour. So which is equal to, the piece rate is rupees 0.50, which is 50 paisa per unit. So for every units that the employee produces, he gets 50 paisa for every piece that he produces. So what have they told us in the question? To calculate the earnings of X and Y on straight piece basis and Taylor's differential piece rate system. First we'll calculate under straight piece rate system. So the wages of X under straight piece system is, how many units are there basically? So how many units X produces? So if you look into the question, in a 9-hour day, X produced 54 units and Y produced 75 units. So 54 units at what is your piece rate? So how much ever they produce, employee, either he produces effectively beyond the limit or below the limit, he gets 50 paisa only for each unit that he produces. So under straight piece method, this is what is your calculation. So 54 units at rupees 50 paisa. So the amount is 27 rupees. The wages of Y is 75 units at rupees 50 paisa. So which he gets 37.50. So you're moving on to the next method, which is Taylor's differential piece rate system. So in this Taylor's differential piece rate system, how do we basically calculate is, so under Taylor's differential piece rate system, basically your wages will differ based on how many pieces the employee has produced. So if you see here at the standard rate, if you see in the question, how many units have they told? 8 units they can produce per hour. And how many hours the employee is working? 9 hours. So 8 into 9, 8 units per hour. Standard output for a 9 hours day should be 8 into 9, which is 72 units should be produced by the employee. That is your standard, which the company is expecting. But how much is the X and Y producing? Output of X is 54 units, which is below standard. 54 is below 72 and hence it is below standard, and therefore a lower piece rate will be used. For Y, higher piece rate will be used. Why? Because his output is 75 units, which is above the standard. Hence higher price rate will be used. So lower piece rate is equal to, in the question they have told 80% of piece rate below standard. So 80% of what is the standard rate? 50 paisa, okay, which we calculated prior. So 80% of 50 paisa is 40 paisa. So what is your higher piece rate? 120% of 50 paisa, so which is 60 paisa, okay. So now what is your wages? Okay, thus the wages of X is 54 units is produced by X, right? 54 units at 40 paisa. Why it is at 40 paisa? Because he is producing below the standard, hence we are using the lower piece rate which we calculated earlier. So the lower piece rate is 40 paisa, higher piece rate is 60 paisa. So for X it is lower piece rate 40 paisa, so 54 units at 40 paisa, which is equal to 21.60. And for wages of Y is, how many units Y is producing? 75 units at rupees higher price rate, which is 60 paisa, so 45 rupees. Hence, under the Taylor's differential piece rate system, the wages of X and Y will differ depending on how many units they are producing. So hence it is wages of X is 21.60 and wages of Y is 45 rupees. Now moving on to the next question, which is, the three workers Govind, Ram and Sham produced 80 pieces, 100 pieces and 120 pieces respective of a product X on a particular day in May in a factory. The time allowed for 10 units of product X is 1 hour. Okay, so time allowed in order to produce 10 units, which is for product X, is how many hours? 1 hour. And their hourly rate, which is the time rate, is rupees 4 for each hour that they produce. For each hour they are supposed to produce 10 units, which is a standard, and they get paid 4 rupees. So now what are they telling us to calculate? Calculate for each of these three workers the following: earnings for the day, effective rate of earnings per hour under straight piece method, Halsey premium bonus, which includes a 50% of sharing in your bonus, and under the Rowan premium bonus. So under this three method, we are supposed to calculate the earnings of the worker. So let us now start out with the statement of earnings. So in the question, they have told us to calculate the earnings and the effective rate of earnings per hour. So statement of earnings, how many workers are there? 3 workers, Govind, Ram and Sham. So Govind, Ram and Sham. So production, how much are they telling? 80 pieces, 100 pieces and 120 pieces are produced by each of them in May in a factory. So production units is 80, 100 and 120. Time allowed is at rupees 10 piece per hour. So in the question they have given, right, the time allowed for 10 units is 1 hour. So time allowed is hours at 10 pieces per hour. So in 1 hour they are supposed to produce 10 pieces. So if you see Govind, he has produced 80 units. So 80 units divided by 10 piece per hour. So he has taken 8 hours. So for Ram it is 100 divided by 10 hours he has taken. For Sham it is 120 divided by 10 pieces, which is equal to 12 hours he has taken. So these are in units, these are in hours. So in 8 hours Govind has produced 80 units, in 10 hours Ram has produced 100 units, and in 12 hours Sham has produced 120 units. So point 3 is piece rate. So piece rate, how do we basically calculate? The hourly rate divided by the number of units, 4 rupees divided by 10 hours. So which is equal to 0.40, 0.40 and 0.40. Why everyone have the same piece rate is because we are going to calculate it under straight piece basis, right? There is no differential basis, so everyone will have the same piece rate. Now time taken, we assume it is 1 day, which is equal to 8 hours of working. So 8 hours, 8 hours and 8 hours. So time saved, how do we calculate the time saved? Time allowed minus your time taken. So 8 minus 8 is 0. For Ram it is 10 minus 8 2, and for Shyam it is 12 minus 8, which is 4. And earnings per day. Now let us calculate the part 1 and part 2 of the question. First they have told us to calculate earnings for the day. Earnings per day is equal to 80 into 0.40. So which is equal to how many production they have you produced? 80 pieces. So 80 pieces into for one piece that they produce, they get a piece rate or hourly or wage of 0.40, which is the wage that they are going to get for one piece. So for 80, how much they are going to get? 80 into 0.40. And for Ram it is 100 into 0.40, and for Shyam it is 120 into 0.40. So they get this under straight piece method. The workers get 32 rupees, 40 rupees and 48 rupees respectively. So under your Halsey premium bonus, there is a working note number 1. So let us look into the working note number 1 and see how to calculate the earnings under your Halsey premium bonus. So what is your calculation of the formula? Is equal to wages is equal to time taken plus 50% of time saved into time rate. So for Govind, what is your time taken? Everyone, we assume they have taken 8 hours, right? So 8 plus 50% of time saved. So how do we basically get this time saved? Is we have already calculated in our answer, which is time saved is 0, 2 and 4 for each of the worker, 3 workers. So 0 is your time saved into what is your time rate, which is given in the question, rupees 4. So which is equal to, for Govind it is 8 plus 0 into rupees 4, which is rupees 32. And for Ram it is 8 plus how much of time is saved by Ram? 2 hours. So 2 hours into 50%, which is 1. So 8 plus 1 into rupees 4, which is 36 rupees. And for Shyam it is 8 plus 4 hours Shyam has saved. For 50% of 4 is rupees 2. So 8 plus 2 into 4 rupees, which is equal to 40 rupees. So 32, 36 and 40 is your Halsey premium bonus. So 32, 36 and 40. So now next method is Rowan premium bonus. So working note number 2. So under working note number 2, Rowan premium bonus. So what is the formula to calculate your wages under Rowan premium bonus? Is time taken into rate plus time saved divided by time allowed into time taken into rate. So you can look into your own answers which I have done in the previous, that is your first part of this question answer. So Govind, your time taken by Govind is 8 into 4 rupees per 4 rupees is your hourly rate for each of them, plus time saved by Govind is 0 divided by time allowed for each of the worker is 8 into time taken is 8 into rate is 4, which is equal to rupees 32. And for Ram in the same way, 8 into 4 plus 2 divided by 10 into 8 into 4, which is 38.40. And for Shyam is equal to 8 into 4 plus 4 divided by 10 into 8 into 4 is equal to 42.67. Just implement the values in your formula, that's all. Whatever they have asked in the formula, we have already calculated. So just implement the values and find out the figure. So it is 32, 38.40 and 42.67 respectively for each worker. So 32, 38.40 and 42.67. So if you see, these are the earnings which they have told us to calculate for per day Okay, so for that is for 8 hours, hence we are taking for everything the calculation of 8 hours. So we have calculated the per day earnings under straight piece method, Halsey premium bonus and Rowan premium bonus. Now in the second part of the question, they have told us to calculate effective rate of earnings per hour. So for per hour we are supposed to calculate. Now per hour calculation is just very simple, because we have calculated the per day, right? So whatever we have calculated, divided by number of hours, which is how many hours is the employee given or employee takes? 8 hours. So for everything we are dividing by 8 hours. So 32 divided by 8, 4. For Halsey premium bonus, for Ram, for Govind it is 32 divided by 8, and Rowan premium bonus 32 divided by 8. So everything divided by 8, we get the earnings per hour. So 32 divided by 8, it is 4 rupees. For Ram it is how much are they telling? 40. So 40 divided by 8, which is 5 rupees. And for Sham it is, what is your straight piece method wage? 48. So 48 divided by 8 is 6 rupees. So in the same way, we're just dividing the earnings by number of hours. So under Halsey premium bonus, for Govind it is 32. So 32 divided by 8 hours, which is 4 rupees. And for Ram it is 36 rupees divided by 8 hours, which is 4.50. And for Sham it is 40 rupees divided by 8 hours, which is 5 rupees. And Rowan premium bonus, the same way, earnings which you have calculated for per hour divided by the number of hours. Here the number of hours is 8, hence we are dividing all the earnings which you have calculated divided by 8, which we get for the per hour. So which is 4, 4.8 and 5.33. So now let us move on to the next question. So calculate the monthly remuneration of 3 workers M, N and Q from the following data. So what are they given? Standard production per month per worker, which is expected from the worker, is 4,000 units. But how many units have each worker produced? Actual production during the month is M is 3,400 units, N is 3,000 units, Q is 3,800 units. So how many workers are there? M, N and Q. So piece work rate is 25 paisa per unit. So everyone is getting 25 paisa for each unit that they are producing. Additional production bonus is rupees 10 for each percentage of actual production exceeding 80% of standard production. So if it exceeds standard production with 80%, they get paid rupees 10 for bonus. And the last point that they are telling in the question is fixed durance allowance is rupees 150 per month. So now what are we supposed to do? We are supposed to prepare a statement of monthly remuneration. Statement of monthly remuneration. First column you have the worker. So how many workers are there? M, N and Q. So M, N and Q. Standard production. What is your standard production? 4,000 units. So 4,000, 4,000 and 4,000. Actual production. How much units have they produced? 3,400, 3,000 and 3,800. 1,400, 3,000 and 3,800. Percentage of actual to standard production. We calculate the percentage of actual to standard is actual production divided by standard production into 100. So 3,400 divided by 4,000 into 100, you get 85%. 3,000 divided by 4,000 into 100, you get 75%. And 3,800 divided by 4,000, you get 95%. So what is your piece wages? How much are they telling piece wages in the question? Rupees 25 paisa per unit. So 25 paisa per unit. So 85% they have produced. So piece wages will be calculated on what? Actual production, not on the percentage of actual to standard. This is basically we are calculating in order to calculate our bonus. So now we will calculate our wages part. So the total earnings. So first earning is how much? Your piece wages. So piece wages for 1 unit that they produce, they have been paid 0.25. So what is the actual production? 3,400 into 0.25, 850. 3,000 into 0.25, 750. 3,800 into 0.25, 950. So actual production into 0.25. Now bonus. So now bonus we are calculating on the percentage of actual production to standard production, right? So what have they told in the question about bonus? If the actual production exceeds the standard production by 80%, for every percentage of increase you get 10 rupees as your bonus. So bonus, actual production for M worker, the percentage of actual production to standard production is 85%. So how much percentage it has increased from 80? 5%. So 5 into 10 rupees, which is 50 rupees is your bonus. If you see for N, it is not even reaching the level of 80%. So he will not get any bonus. For Q, 95%. So 80 minus 95, 15% is your increase. So 15% into 10 rupees bonus is 150. So your dearance allowance, what have they told in the question? 150. So 150, 150 and 150. So your total earnings is equal to piece wages plus bonus plus dearance allowance. So 850 plus 50 plus 150, 1050. So this is for M. For N it is 750 plus 150, which is 900. For Q it is 950 plus 150 plus 150, which is equal to 1250. So now let us move on to the next part of the question, which tells calculate the normal and overtime wages payable to a workman from the following data. How many days they have given? 6 days they are working, and how many hours they are working they have given. So what are they telling in the question, the remaining part? They are telling normal working hours is 8 hours per day that they are supposed to work. The normal rate, so if they work for 8 hours, they get 10 rupees for each hour. So if they work beyond this 8 hours, what is your overtime rate? Up to 9 hours in a day at single rate, and over 9 hours in a day at double rate. If they work for 8 hours, they get probably 10 rupees. If they work for 1 hour extra, which is equal to 9 hours, then they get single rate, which is 10 rupees. If they work beyond 9 hours, they get double rate. So 10 into 2, 20 rupees. So if they work for 9 hours, they get 10 rupees. If they work beyond 9 hours, they get 20 rupees, which they have told us in the question. Or it is the same way that they have told for weekly basis, up to 48 hours per week at single rate and over 48 hours at double rate, whichever is beneficial to the workman. So now let us look into the solution part. So calculation of normal and overtime wages. Days, how many days they have given in the question? 6 days. Total hours work, which they have given in the question. Normal hours. So normal hours for every day they have told in the question, which is 8 hours a day. So every day they are working for 8 hours. But on a Saturday it's a half a day. So we assume it is a 4 hours working. Normal wages. So what is the normal wages? They have told at rupees 10 per hour. So 10 rupees. So on Monday, 8 into 10, 80 rupees. So normal hours into 10 rupees. So Tuesday, 8 into 10, 80. Wednesday, 8 into 10, 80. Thursday, 8 into 10, 80. 8 into 10 80, and on a Saturday it is 10 into 4, which is 40. Now let us calculate the overtime wages, hours at single rate. So hours at single rate, what have they told in the question? If you say up to 9 hours, it is at single rate. So if you see, for on Monday they have worked for 8 hours, so you don't have anything for single rate or double rate. On Tuesday they have worked for 10 hours, so for 8 hours we are paying the normal wages. For the 9th hour that they are working, which is 1 hour, we are paying a single rate, and for the 10th hour, which is from the 10th hour, it will be a double rate. So 1 hour for single rate and 1 hour for double rate, and 8 hours for normal wages, so total 10 hours. So for 1 hour they are getting 10 rupees, and for overtime they are getting 20 rupees. So 10 plus 20, which is 30 rupees, is your overtime wages. How do we get to know the wages is? So for hours at single rate, if they are working till 9th hour, they are getting 10 rupees. If they are working on a double rate, it is 20 rupees. So you can write in brackets, it is 20 rupees calculation. So 1 hour into 20 plus 1 hour into 10, 10 plus 20, you get 30 rupees. And on Wednesday they are working for 9 hours. So for 8 hours we have given normal wages. For the 9th hour, it is a single hour rate, which is 1 into 10, 10 rupees. And on Thursday they are working for 11 hours. So 8 hours we have given normal wages. For the 9th hour, which is 1 hour, and for 10, 11, which is 2 hours, they have double rate. So 1 into 10, 10, 2 into 20, 20 plus 10, 2 into 20, which is 40, 40 plus 10, which is equal to 50 rupees. Friday 9 hours they are working, so it is 1 hour only for single rate. So 1 into 10, 10 rupees. Saturday there is no overtime wages. So if you total up, we'll get the total of each thing. So total wages is equal to 440, which is your normal wages, plus the overtime wages, which is 100, equal to 540. The normal wages is equal to 48 hours they are working, which is into 10 rupees. So 48 into 10 rupees, because in the question they are telling, right, up to 48 hours. So 48 hours into rupees 10, it is 480. So overtime wages, which is 3 hours into 20 rupees, 60. Or if you look into the table itself, you can write, so normal wages is 44 hours plus the hours at single rate, which is 4. 44 plus 4, 48 hours into 10 rupees. Even for a single rate we are paying 10 rupees, and for a normal rate also we are paying, normal hours also we are paying 10 rupees. So 48 hours into 10, 480. Overtime wages is equal to 3 hours is your overtime wages, which is equal to 20 rupees, 60 rupees. So now let us move on to our next question. So our next question, an operator engaged, which is a 17th question. An operator engaged in machining certain components receives an ordinary day at rupees 1.60 per day. So what is your normal rate? 1.60. And how many hours they are working? Normally standard hours is 8 hours. So the standard output for machining the components has been fixed at 80 pieces per hour. Time as fixed for premium bonus. On a certain day, the output of the worker on this machine is 800 pieces. So they're telling on a certain day the output of the machine is 800 pieces, which means to tell the standard output of the machinery is 800. And find the labor cost per 100 pieces of extra output. That is your first question. Second question is, if paid for on straight piece work basis at a straight rate, you're supposed to find out the wages, and you're supposed to find out the earnings under the Rowan method and under the Halsey premium method. So moving on to your answer. So what have they given in the question? Standard output, how many hours they have given? 80 pieces per hour. So 80 pieces per hour, 80 pieces into 8 hours, so which is equal to 640 pieces per day, which consists of 8 hours. So day rate, how much are they telling? 1.60 per hour for 80 hours, for 8 hours. So how much are they getting paid? 1.60. So the first question that they have told us to calculate is time rate for 640 pieces. So time rate for 640 pieces is 1.60. So the bonus for 160 pieces at rupees 0.25. So if you see in the question, they have told 800 pieces on one day the labor is able to produce. So that is your production that the worker is able to produce. But what is the standard production expected from the labor is 640 pieces. So 800 minus 640, which is a 160, is the extra pieces that the labor produces. So bonus is given for 160 pieces at rupees 0.25, which is given in your question at 0.25. So here one point is left out, so you all can make a note of that point. I will tell now. The first instance is if a bonus of rupees 0.25 is paid for 100 pieces of the extra output. So 0.25 is your bonus paid. So 160 pieces into 0.25. So which is, they are telling 0.25 is for 100 pieces. Then for 160 pieces we are supposed to calculate, right? So cross multiply, you get 0.25 into 160 divided by 100. So what is your bonus? 0.40. So your total wages is 2 rupees. So the labor cost per 100 pieces is 2 rupees divided by 8 hours they are working. So it is 0.25. So at the rate of 1.60 for 640 pieces we have calculated. Now what is the wages for 800 pieces we will calculate. Okay, so without having the bonus. So 1.60 is for 640 pieces. For 840 pieces, how much it is? If you cross multiply, it is 1.60 into 800 divided by 640, which is 2 rupees. So the labor cost per 100 pieces equal to 2 rupees divided by 8 hours, which is 0.25. So under the third method, which is Rowan method, standard time for 800 pieces at rupees 80 piece per hour. So 800 divided by 80, you get 10 hours is your standard time given. But what is the time taken by the worker? It is 8 hours. So the time saved is 10 minus 8, which is 2 hours. So the wages for the time taken is 8 hours at rupees 0.20. This they have not given in the question, but they have given the time rate is 1.60. So 1.60. So if you see, if you want to calculate the wages for the time taken, you can just put it to, you can just calculate it. Since it is here, it is in multiplication, here it comes up to division. So 1.60 divided by 8, which you get 0.20 is your per hour wages under your Rowan method. So 8 hours at rupees 0.20, you get 1.60. So the bonus calculation formula, according to the formula, which is equal to time taken divided by standard time into time saved into rate per hour. So 8 hours divided by 10 hours into 2 hours into 0.20, which is equal to 0.32. This is only your bonus. So wages plus bonus is nothing but your earnings. So 1.60 plus 0.32, which is 1.92, which is nothing but the total wages paid to the worker. So the labor cost per 100 pieces is equal to 1.92 divided by 8 hours, which is equal to 0.24. This is under the Rowan method. Now let us move on to the Halsey plan. So wages for 8 hours is 1.60. So bonus, how do we basically calculate? Under Halsey plan, 50% of time saved at rupees 0.20 per hour, which is equal to 0.20. So total earnings is equal to, so how much is your time saved? If you see, we have calculated time saved is 2 hours, right? So 2 hours into 0.20 per hour is 0.20. So 2 hours into 50% is 1. So 1 into 0.20 is 0.20. So total earnings is 1.80. How do we get this? 1.60 plus 0.20, which is 1.80. I again repeat, 50% of time saved, which is 50% of 2 hours, which is 1 hour into 0.20, which is equal to 0.20. So 1.60 plus 0.20, which is equal to 1.80. The labor cost per 100 pieces is equal to 1.80 divided by 8 hours, which is 0.225. Now moving on to the next question. So they're telling in the question, a worker under Halsey method of remuneration has a time rate of rupees 24 per week of 48 hours plus a cost of living bonus of 10 paisa per hour worked. He is given a 20 hours task to perform, which he accomplishes in 16 hours. So what is your standard time? Is 20 hours. Within how many? But what is the time taken? 60 hours. So 20 minus 60, 4 hours is your time saved. He is allowed 50% of the time saved as premium bonus. So what would be his total hourly rate of earning, and what difference would it make if he is paid under Rowan method? So we will calculate the amount of wages under both the method, which is Halsey bonus and Rowan bonus. So your solution part. So the solution, time rate per hour. So how many hour, how much is your total amount that they have given, which is 24 per week of 48 hours. So 24, it is not 240, it is 24 divided by 48 hours, which is equal to 0.50. What is your time allowed? So time allowed that they have given in the question is, he is given 20 hours, but he has performed is 16 hours. Time allowed is 20, time taken is 16 hours. So time saved is 20 minus 16, which is 4 hours. What is your time wages? 16 hours, time taken at rupees 0.50 per hour, which is equal to rupees 8. So under your Halsey method and under your Rowan method, let us calculate the bonus, because we got to know the wages. So wages plus bonus is equal to your total earnings. So bonus calculation differs in both the methods. So let us calculate the bonus alone. So Halsey bonus is equal to, so 0.50 into 2 hours. So what is this 2 hours? 50% of time saved. So 4 hours into 50% is 2 hours. So 0.50 into 2 hours, which is 1 rupee. Cost of living is, which is given in the question. Since they have given in the question, we will add it. The cost of living they have given 10 paisa per hour. So 16 hours they have taken by the employee. So 16 hours into 10 paisa, which is 1.60. So the total earnings is equal to wages plus bonus plus cost of living bonus. So wages we know, which is 8 rupees plus 1 rupee is your bonus plus 1.60 is your cost of living bonus. So which is equal to 10.60 is the total earnings under Halsey bonus method. So what is your total hourly rate? So 10.60 divided by time taken, which is 16 hours, which is equal to 0.66. Now under your Rowan bonus, it is the bonus calculation alone. Now we are looking only the bonus calculation formula alone, because we have calculated the wages. So time rate into time saved divided by time allowed into time taken. So time rate is 0.50, time saved is 4 hours, divided by time allowed is 20 hours, into time taken is 16 hours. So raw one bonus is 101.60. So total earnings is, which we have already calculated, the wages is how much? 8 rupees. Cost of living bonus is 1.60. Only the bonus calculation will differ in both the method. So 8 plus 1.60 plus 1.60 is a bonus, which is equal to 11.20 is your total earnings under Rowan method. So total hourly rate is 11.20 divided by 16 hours, which is 0.70 is your total hourly rate. So moving on to your next question, which is, in a factory, Ram and Shyam produce the same product using the same input of same material and at the same normal wage rate. Bonus is paid to both of them in the form of normal time wage rate adjusted by the proportion which saved based to the standard time for the completion of the product. The time allotted to the product is 50 hours. So what is your standard time? 50 hours. So Ram takes how many hours? 30 hours, and Shyam takes 40 hours to produce the product. The factory cost of the product for Ram is 3,100 and for Shyam is 3,280. So this is quite a different question, because they have given the factory cost and they have given the factory overhead rate is 12 rupees, which is nothing but your calculation of your factory overheads. So now they have told us to calculate what? Normal wage rate, cost of materials of the input of product, and input of material, the unit material cost is rupees 16. So basically like a cost sheet, we are going in reverse method so that we can calculate the material cost. Okay, so let us start with the solution part. So we are going backwards in order to find out material cost. So factory cost they have given. So factory cost is how much? 3,100 and 3,280 for Ram and Shyam. Less your factory overheads. For Ram it is how much? For Ram it is factory overheads rate is rupees 12 per man hour. So Ram has worked 30 hours and Shyam has worked 40 hours. So 30 hours into rupees 12, 360. For Shyam it is 40 hours into rupees 12, 480. So the prime cost is factory cost minus factory overheads, which we get 2,740 and 2,800. So now difference in wages. So 2,800 minus 2,740, which we get rupees 60. So now let us calculate our wage rate. We don't know our wage rate. They have told Ram has worked 30 hours. So calculation of wage rate is equal to wages of Ram 30x plus 30x into 20 divided by 50. Let the wage rate be x. So wages of Ram is 30 hours he's worked. So 30x plus 30x into 20 hours is your saved time. So 50 hours is a given time. So time allowed is 50. 50 minus 30. 20 hours is your time saved. And wages of Shyam is 40 hours is work. So 40 hours plus 40x into 50 is a time allowed. So 50 minus 40, 10 hours. So 10 divided by 50. Thus the equation is wages of Shyam minus wages of X. How much we are getting? 60 rupees is the difference, right? That's what we earlier understood. So as per the equation, we will do it in the same way. So wages of Shyam minus wages of Ram is equal to 60 rupees. Now when we solve for X, okay, in order to solve the equation and derive the value of X, 50 and 50 gets cancelled. Okay, and So basically, in order to solve the equation, 0 and 0 gets cancelled, 5 ones are 5 8s are, so 40x plus 8x. Okay, so 48x plus 8x minus 0 and 0 gets cancelled, so 30 into 2 60, 60 divided by 5 12, so 30x plus 12x, so which is equal to 40x plus 88x minus 30x plus 12x is equal to 60. Now let us solve for x. So 40x plus 8x 48 minus 30 plus 12 42x, which is equal to 60. 6x is equal to 60. 48 minus 42 6, which is equal to 60. X is equal to 60 divided by 6. X is equal to 10. So therefore the wage rate is 10 per hour. So now implement the wage rate in your equation. Thus wages of Ram is equal to 30x, right? 30x plus 30 in plus 30x plus 30x into 20 divided by 50. That is what is the equation, right? So 30 hours into 10x, implement the value of x, plus 30 plus 10 into 20 divided by 50, which is 420. So the same way implement the value of x, which is 10 in wages of Sham. 40 hours into 10 plus 40 plus 10 into 10 by 50, which is 480. The material cost in Ram's job is 2740 minus 420, which is a prime cost. Prime cost minus the wages. If you minus prime cost with the wages, what do we get? Material cost, which is your direct materials. The direct material is 2320. Material cost in Sham's job is 2800, which is your prime cost, minus 480, which is your wages, is equal to 2320. Therefore now the material input, if you look into the question, they have told in the last sentence, which is input of material if the unit material cost is rupees 16. So we have to know how many units have been input if the material cost is 16. So 2320 divided by 16, so how much of units of material have been input? So it is 145 units. So the material input is 145 units. So our next question, which is 20th. The standard time of job X is 100 hours. The job has been completed by Amar in 60 hours, Akbar in 70 hours, and Anthony in 95 hours. The bonus system applicable to the job is as follows: percentage of time saved to time allowed and bonus. So how are they basically going to calculate bonus? In this question it differs. If the time saved is up to 10%, so 10% of bonus will be given. If the time saved is up from 11% to 20%, then 15% of bonus will be given. If the time saved is between 21% to 40%, then the bonus will be 20%. If the time saved is 41% to 100%, then the bonus is 25%. The rate of pay is rupees 15 per hour. So now they are telling us to calculate the total earnings of each worker and also the rate of earnings per hour. So let us look into the solution part. The statement of total earnings and the rate of earnings per hour. So standard time of job hours. So what is your standard time? 100 hours. So 100, 100 and 100. Everybody is given 100 hours. But what is the time taken on the job by each of them? So in the question they have given Amar is 60, Akbar is 70 and Anthony is 95. So 60, 70 and 95. Time saved. So standard time minus your time taken, you get your time saved. So 100 minus 60, 40, 100 minus 70, 30 and 100 minus 95, 5 hours. The percentage of time saved to standard time. Why we are basically calculating this is in order to calculate our bonus. So the percentage of time saved to standard time is so 40 divided by 100 is your standard time into 100. So 40%. Then for Akbar it is 30 divided by 100 into 100, it is 30%. For Anthony it is 5 divided by 100 into 100, it is 5%. Now the bonus as a percentage of time saved. So if you see, what are they telling about the bonus? If saving is up to 10%, 10% is bonus. Now let us see, for the first worker, saving is up to how much? 40%. So if it is 42, so 21 to 40%, what is your bonus given? 20%. So bonus is 20%. For the second worker, it is 30% is your time saved. So if it is 30%, it comes under third category, which is 21 to 40%. So the bonus is 20% again. So for the third worker, 5%. 5% is your percentage. So saving up to 10%. So below 10%, your bonus is 10%. So 10% is your bonus. Now bonus is equal to time saved into bonus percentage. So 40 into 20%. So 40 into 20%, which is equal to rupees 8. And time saved for the next person, which is 30 into 20%, which is 6 rupees. And for the third person, 5 into 10%, which is 0.5. So the total hours to be paid is basically your time taken on the job plus your bonus hours. So 60 plus 8, 68, 70 plus 6, 76, and 95 plus 0.5, which is 95.5. So the total earnings which is calculated, they have not told us for piece rate or time rate, hence we are calculating the total hours and then calculating the total earnings. The rate of pay is 15 per hour. So the total earnings at rupees 15 per hour. So 68 into 15, 1020, 76 into 15, 1140, 95.5 into 15, 1432. Earnings per hour is, how do we calculate? Total earnings divided by time taken. So what is the time taken by each of the employee? So it is 60, 70 and 95. So 1020 divided by 60 hours, so we are 17 rupees. Then for the second worker, how much is his time taken? He has taken 70 hours. So 1140 divided by 70, which is 16.29. And for the third worker, Anthony, 95 hours. So 1432 divided by 95, which is 15.08. So now let us move on to the next question. So they calculate the amount of wages and bonus by a workman from the following particulars. The job commenced Monday 24th March at 8 a.m. The job is finished on Saturday 29th March at 1 p.m. So from Monday to Saturday they have worked. On Saturday it is only till 1 p.m. So the quantity of work turned out is 638 pieces. And quantity of pieces passed is 600 pieces. Now workers rate they have given, the workers rate is rupees 50 per hour. Time allowed is rupees 10 pieces per hour. Bonus is 40% of time saved. Assume that the employee worked for 9 hours a day and there is no overtime. You are supposed to calculate the earnings. So the time taken is Monday to Friday. How many hours they start from 8 hours. So we assume it is 5 days they are working for 9 hours, which they have given in the question. So how many hours they are working? 9 hours they are working. So 5 days, 9 hours. So 5 into 9, 45 hours. And on Saturday they are working only till 1 p.m. So 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. 5 hours. So the total hours that they have taken is 50 hours. Now the standard time for 600 pieces at rupees 10 piece per hour, so which is 60 hours. 600 divided by 10, so 60 hours. So the time saved is how much? Standard time minus your time taken. So 60 minus 50, which is equal to 10 hours. So wages for hours worked. Okay, and now you're supposed to calculate your wages and bonus. So wages, how do we calculate? For 50 hours, that is the time taken at rupees, how much is your per hour rate? 50 rupees. So 50 hours at rupees 50 per hour, which is 22,500. Now bonus, how are we supposed to calculate? They have given in the question 40% of time saved. So time saved is how much? 10 hours. So 40% of time saved, 40% of 10 hours into per hour value is 50 rupees, so which is equal to 200. Therefore your total wages is 2,700. So moving on to the next question. From the following particulars, you are required to calculate the average wage rate and the labor cost chargeable to job A, which is completed in 2008 on the basis of average rate. How do we calculate the average rate? Basically, we take up the total of the wages divided by the number of hours worked. That's how we calculate the average rate, which we have done in one of the problem. So basic wage rate is rupees 2 per hour, and overtime rates are as follows: before or after working hours. So before or after working hours, it is 150% of wage rate. So if they are working during the normal hours, they get 2 rupees. If they are working beyond that normal hours, they get 150% of basic wage rate. So 2 into 150%, which is equal to 3 rupees. So 2 rupees plus your 150%. So Sundays and holidays, if they are working, they get 200% of basic wage rate. 2 into 200%, which is 4 rupees. So during the year 2008, the following hours were worked. They have given the total hours, which is normal time, overtime, and all Sundays and holidays. So which is coming up to 2,50,000, which is 2 lakh plus 30,000 and 20,000. Now for job, which is 2,50,000. For job A, 3,500 hours were spent as follow. For normal time, it is 3,000 hours. For before or after working time, 300 hours, and on Saturday, Sundays and holidays, 200 hours. Now let us calculate. The basic wage rate they have given in the question is 2 rupees. So 2 rupees. The before or after working hours rate is 150% of wage rate. Is 150% of 2 rupees, which is 3 rupees per hour. And on Sundays and holidays, 200% of basic wage rate. So 200% of rupees 2 is rupees 4 per hour. So now statement showing the average wage rate. So the normal time, if you see in the question, so they have given for the previous year, right? So the normal time is 2,000 hours, 2 lakhs hours at rupees 2. 2 rupees is your basic wage rate, which is 4 lakh. Over time before or after working hours is 30,000 hours. So 30,000 into 3 rupees, which is your overtime wages, which we calculate, which is equal to 90,000. 30,000 into 3, which is 90,000. Overtime on Sundays and holidays is 20,000 hours. So 20,000 into overtime wage rate is how much? Rupees 4 per hour. 20,000 into 4, 80,000. The total hours, 80,000. The total hours which we have is 2 lakh 50. Total hours is 2 lakhs plus 30,000 plus 20,000, 2 lakh 50,000, and the total wages is 5 lakh and 70,000. So the average wage rate is equal to 5,70,000 divided by 2,50,000 hours, which is rupees 2.28. So now we will go as per the job. So statement showing total hours spent and labor cost chargeable to job A. So they have how many hours they have told in the question. If you see, they have told normal time is 3,000 hours. So 3,000 into average rate, which is 2.28, 6,840. and for before and after working time is 300 hours. So 300 into average wage rate, which is 2.28, is 684. And on Sundays and holidays just 200 hours, so 200 into 2.28, which is 456. So 3500 hours, and the total earnings is 7980. The labor cost chargeable to job A for 3500 hours is 7980 rupees. So the next question is, XYZ company employs its workers for a single shift of 8 hours per day for 25 days in a month. The company has recently fixed the standard output of 40 units per day per worker for a mass production item and introduced an incentive schemes to boost the output. Details of wages payable to the worker are as follows. What is your direct pay? The basic wages they are telling rupees 3 per unit, subject to a guaranteed minimum wages of rupees 80 per day worked, and dearance allowances rupees 40 per day worked. Incentive bonus up to 80% nil, and if it goes beyond 80%, for every 1% increase they get 50 rupees. And the details of performance of both the workers, the number of days they worked and how many units they have produced is given. Now we are supposed to calculate the total earnings of both the workers for the month. So basically, we look into the solution part. Statement of earnings. How many workers are there? 2 workers, A and B. What are the basic wages? They are telling rupees 3 per unit, subject to a guaranteed minimum wages of 80 per day worked. So how many days have they worked? If you look into the question, they have given 25 days and 18 days, and output 820 and 500. So 820 into 30 per 3 rupee per unit, so 2460. For B it is 500 unit into 3, 1500 unit. And dearance allowance, if you look into the question, they are telling dearance allowance is rupees 40 paid per day worked. So looking into your working note, dearance allowance 40 rupees is paid for both the workers depending on the number of days they work. A has worked 25 days and B has worked 18 days. So 40 into 25,000, 40 into 18, 720. So 1720. Now incentive bonus is something that we are supposed to calculate, which is our working note number 2. So incentive bonus, if you look into the question, they have told up to 80% efficiently, nothing can be given bonus. And if they work beyond 80%, for every 1% increase, they will get rupees 50. So efficiency of A, 820 units he has produced for 25 days, and 40 units is his dearance. 40 units is nothing but the standard output which is to be produced per day, that is given in the question. So 40 units is your standard output into 100, so 82%. Efficiency of B is 500 units he has produced divided by 18 days into 40 units, which is your standard. So it is into 100, which is 69.4. If you see, if they cross 80%, they will get a bonus. So if you see, A has crossed 80%, B has not crossed 80%. So B will not get bonus, only A is entitled for bonus. So every 1% increase, they will get 50 rupees. So if you see, 82 is this efficiency. So 82 minus 80, which is 2% increase. So 2% into 50 rupees, which is 100 rupees. So if you total up, you get 3560 for A and 2220 for B. Thank you everyone.